Hello, project managers. I'm Mackenzie, and today I'm explaining the 4 elements of project management. Even for experienced project managers, it's easy to lose sight of the core elements that make up every project, which are scope, time, money, and resources. These elements tie into one another, and together they form the fabric of a project. It's all very poetic, and understanding what they are and how they interact can help make project managers more efficient, regardless of industry or niche. First up is scope. The Project Management Institute defines this element as the work required to output a project's deliverable. To know the scope of a project, you need to know what that deliverable is, as well as other goals and requirements and the actions you need to make them happen. It's critical to involve project stakeholders, from team members to clients, when defining scope and crafting a plan. This element is considered the most flexible compared to the other 4. Though it's possible to shift resources, increase a budget, or extend a deadline, you're more likely to redefine the project scope more often. And because scope depends heavily on the other elements, a small issue with one element can snowball into a much larger problem with another or all of them. Next up is time. When starting a new project, 2 of the first things everyone involved wants to know are how long is it going to take and when it needs to be done. That's the time element of project management. Creating and adhering to a schedule can help prevent stress among employees, and avoiding missed deadlines will improve client experiences as well. If there are any changes to the expected timeline during your project, then other elements could be instantly affected. For instance, changing the set deadline could cause a project team to use more resources than intended and go over the budget. Managing time well makes it less likely that the other elements of project management and the project's success will be negatively affected. Third, and probably the most important among the elements, is money. Without this one, all kinds of projects wouldn't happen. Yes, all projects, even a 3rd grader's presentation about why they think Legos are the greatest thing ever invented, had to spend money on a triboard. And yes, that 3rd grader was me. Cash flow goes both ways, so the money element of project management can be divided into 2 categories: expenses and revenue. Both are necessary for a project's continued existence and eventual completion. Paying team members and purchasing the tools and materials necessary to complete a project fall into the expenses category. As for revenue, any form of income would count, such as client paying a team to complete a project. You have to carefully balance both categories if you want to cover costs and generate a profit. Finally, there are resources. One may automatically assume that this element is about tools and materials, but that's not always the case. Hardware and software can be major resources along with team members. Project managers in particular are considered vital resources and stakeholders. Time and money are also sometimes considered resources. However, their management is typically involved enough to warrant being considered unique elements. Anything that provides aid during a project can be deemed a resource, and failure to effectively manage such resources can create waste. Wasted time, wasted money, and wasted materials can all add up to negatively influence a project. And that's a wrap on the 4 elements of project management. All are easy to understand, but can be more challenging in practice, so be cautious when managing any type of project. If you want to discover the secrets to managing all 4 successfully, then go read this article. But before you go, don't forget to click the like icon, hit the subscribe button, and visit project-management.com for all PM solutions. Thanks for watching.